to the 49th regular session of the 28th Sangguniang Panlalawigan of the province of Bukidnon. In view of the absence of the presiding officer, this honorable body will now nominate for its temporary presiding officer.
Good afternoon. I highly nominate the gentle lady from the 3rd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Minerva Casnabi, for our temporary presiding officer of the 49th regular session.
Honorable Board Member Minerva Casinabi from the 3rd Legislative District has been nominated and duly seconded. Any objections? I hear none. We will now recognize our temporary presiding officer for this 49th regular session, the Honorable Board Member Minerva C. Casinabi. We request everybody to please
Thank
rise.
you. The 49th regular session of the 28th SP is now called to order. Please rise for the invocation to be led by this representation, followed by our Philippine National Anthem and Bukidnon, My Home, and PBLMP Cred.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. And all my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake
We thank you for the gift of life, for the new mercies and blessings you have poured upon us, and for the privilege of serving the people of Bukidnon. As we begin this regular session of the 28th Sangguniang Panlalawigan, we humbly ask you to bless our deliberations, grant us wisdom, discernment, and integrity, so that every decision we make may uphold justice, promote peace, and advance for the common good. Lord, we lift up to you our beloved nation amid the current nation challenges faces. Fill our hearts with peace and unity. Guide our national leaders, provincial leaders, down to barangay leaders, with wisdom, compassion, and a genuine commitment to serve the Filipino people. As we also pray for our brothers and sisters who are suffering from the effects of calamities, comfort those who have lost loved ones and livelihoods, strengthen the displaced, and bless all those who continue to extend help and hope. May your guidance be upon our governor, vice governor, members of this august body, our staff, and all the public servants, that we may faithfully fulfill our duties with humility and compassion. All this we ask in your holy name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, helas ng sigatanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay, lupang hinirang.
Happy birthday, Tito RJ. I love you. Happy birthday, Tito RJ. I love you.
Happy birthday sa among board member sa Distrito 4, Honorable RGP Pito, sa walay puwas ng pagsuporta sa among barangay Barandias. Kami nagawtimbaya sa imong adlaw ng tawhan. God bless.
Happy birthday, Doc RGP Pito. Unta, malipayan ka sa imong pamilya karon.
Kami sa Barangay Kimanayat nagpaabot sa among pasalamat o pagtimbaya sa nagpaabot na adlaw na tawhan. Dok, Port, padayon sa imuhang mga nasugdan ng programa sa gobyerno. Sayod ka o sayod kaming tanan. Napalanggat ka na mo sa Barangay Kimanayat. Tungod sa mga himo nimo na mga programa. Nagpaabot sa kada barangay. Pabinagod niya sa mga barangay Kimanayat. Kami, ako, sa aming kapitan, nagpaabot sa pagtimbaya kanimo sa mga budget para ng 2016. Ginawa punta na daghan pang mga kaigan na maabot sa inyong kinabuhi. Daghang kayong salamat. God bless sa inyong pamilya. Board member Dr. RGP Pito. Daghang salamat.
Shout out Dr. RG Pipito. Hi sir, God bless Auntie from me.
In behalf of the SP family, we express our belated happy birthday to our beloved board member, Kuya Doc RG Pipito. We wish you good health, joy, and more success in your family and professional life. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Board Member Pipito.
Ayun lang kay sayuhag sayo man. Kay kamulo pang preparar. Anyway, thank you sa belated birthday gift. Nakasingit pa dito akong chicks dito si Mami Jupita. Anyway, natay gamay salo-salo after the session. Sa akong giingon, ay lang sa siguro pakarating taman. Adyo kay basig mga maahat ang ato handa. Thank you.
Happy birthday. Good afternoon. May I request the Secretary to please do the roll call.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer. Roll call. Provincial Vice Governor Clive Diquinho, absent on official travel. Board Member Mario Jr. B. Albarisi, absent. Board Member Godofredo A. Balansag. Board Member Minerva C. Casinabi.
Present.
Board Member Bobby J. B. Dinlayan. Board Member Marlon Brando B. Dinlayan. Board Member Armando Jr. S. Evangelista. Board Member Jose Miguel S. Fortich. Board Member Oliver Owen L. Garcia. Board Member Ria Lu S. Linas, absent. Board Member Holly C. Monsanto. Board Member Eliseo Rizonahon. Board Member Joseph D. Palmada. Board Member Ranolfo C. Jr. G. Pipito. Board Member Renato A. Sumbungan. Honorable Presiding Officer, there are 12 out of 15 members of this august body who are present inside the session hall. There is a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. The 49th regular session of the 28th SP is now called to order. Is in order.
Madam Presiding Officer,
Yes.
good afternoon.
Majority Floor Leader. You are
Yes,
recognized.
maayong hapon, Madam Presiding Officer. We will now proceed for the approval of the calendar of business, and this also includes the approval of the minutes of our previous regular session, the minutes of the 47th regular session. For now, Honorable Madam Presiding Officer, we have only 14 items for the first reading, 26 items for the second reading. We have only one item under the question hour and 3 items under the other communication. So moving for the approval of the calendar of business as presented, Madam Presiding Officer.
There is a motion for the approval of our agenda as presented by Majority Floor Leader. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. As to the minutes of the 40th regular session of the 28th Sangguniang Panlalawigan, it was held at the Exposition Hall, Malaybalay City on June 23, 2026. Copy of the same has been disseminated in advance. Thus, I move to dispense with the full reading of the minutes of our previous regular session.
Any discussion for the approval of our previous minutes dated June 23? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move further for the approval of the minutes of the 48th regular session.
There's a motion for the approval of our 48th regular session. Minutes of our 48th regular session. Discussions? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Proceeding to the first reading reference of the business, may we now recognize our Secretary, Attorney Apollo Magwali, to read the first item therein.
May I proceed, Honorable Presiding Officer?
Yes, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Honorable Presiding Officer. Item number 1, Proposed Ordinance number 036-2026 of the 28th SP, authored by Board Member Ranolfo Jose Jr. GPP 4th Legislative District, entitled An Ordinance Promoting Responsible Sexual Health Practices through the Availability of Condoms in Inns, Motels, Hotels, Pension Houses, and similar accommodation establishments within the province of Bukidnon, and providing guidelines for its implementation.
Madam Presiding Officer, thank you, Mr. Secretary, Attorney Apollo Magwali. So I move for the approval of the following items 1 and 7 be referred to the Committee on Health. Item number 2, this will be transferred to the new business for the day, and this will be marked as item number 27. For items number 3 and 4, this will be referred to the Committee on Appropriation, and item number 5, this will be referred to the Committee on Barangay and Local Government. Item number 6 be referred to the Committee on Civil Service, and item number 8, this will be referred to the Committee on Laws. Sorry, Madam Officer. Presiding Officer, item number 8, this will be referred to the Committee on Land Use and Human Settlement and Agrarian Reform. For item number 9, 10, and 11, and item number 14, this will be referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights. For item number 12, this will be referred to the Committee on Poverty Alleviation and Social Reform. For item number 13, this will be transferred to the new business for the day, and this will be marked as item number 28. So moving for the approval. As enumerated, Madam Presiding Officer.
There's a motion from the Majority Floor Leader for the approval of our first reading for today's regular session, and duly seconded by majority of the members. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. May we now proceed to the question hour. Since we have no time tabled in the privilege hour, we have only one item under the question hour, Madam Presiding Officer. May we now recognize... wala pa? Okay. So may we now proceed to our unfinished business. Madam Presiding Officer, I think we have no item tabled in the unfinished business, so may we now proceed for the business for the day. Since we are waiting for our invited guests for today's session. So, Madam Presiding Officer, for item number 1 to 3, may we now recognize our incoming majority floor leader, starting
July 1.
next week, the first session of the month of July, the birthday boy, Madam Presiding Officer, the Honorable Board Member, Dr. R.J. Pipit of the 4th Legislative District.
Yes, the incoming majority floor leader and the birthday boy, you are recognized.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Ako ang celebrant, pero kabulo ko si BM Palmada, ang pinaka-happy ron. Si last na niyang tindog niya ron. Anyway, Madam Presiding Officer, item number 1 under the business for the day from the committee is on civil service, to which is referred Municipal General Ordinance number 2026-560, 12th SB 47th regular session, approved on June 8, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kalilangan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Retitling the Position of Budgeting Assistant to Administrative Assistant to Budgeting Assistant under the Municipal Budget Office of the Local Government Unit of Kalilangan, Bukidnon. Madam Presiding Officer, the committee recognized that the ordinance seeks to retitle the existing position of Budgeting Assistant under the Municipal Budget Office of the Local Government Unit of Kalilangan to Administrative Assistant to Budgeting Assistant in order to align the position title with the standard nomenclature and qualification standards prescribed in the Civil Service Commission and the Department of Budget and Management. The committee finds that the position title conforms to Civil Service Commission Memorandum Circular Number 12, Series of 2022, Annex B-1. Thus, the committee, after review, hereby recommend for the approval of Municipal General Ordinance Number 2026-560 from the Sangguniang Bayan of Bukidnon, Kalilangan, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to pass. So recommended, Madam Presiding Officer.
Discussions, hearing none, the motion is approved. Please proceed.
Eh, sa loading ba? For a while now. Wala internet? Wala internet? Internet? Hindi yung ka-open. Murag. Ay, net. Ay, copy no? Meron lang. Ay. Ano wala gini? Pardon, sorry for that, about that, Madam Presiding Officer. Item number 2 is Kabanglasan. Wait. Okay. Item number 2 is from the committee report on the Committee on Health, to which is referred Ordinance number 50-2026, Series of 2026, approved on June 5, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan Kabanglasan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Establishing a Comprehensive Rehabilitation Program for Substance Abuse and Addiction in the Municipality of Kabanglasan, Bukidnon, and institutionalizing community-based treatment, drug rehabilitation, and reintegration services. Madam Presiding Officer, the committee recognized that the ordinance is anchored on Section 447, Annex A-1-V of -5 of the Republic Act Number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1981, which empowers the Sangguniang Bayan to enact ordinances and adopt measures necessary to promote the general welfare of the municipality, including the prevention and suppression of activities inimical to the welfare and morals of its inhabitants, such as drug addiction, maintenance of drug dens, drug pushing, and juvenile delinquency. This authority is further reinforced by the General Welfare Clause under Section 16 and 17 of the same code, which mandates local government units to exercise powers essential to promoting the health, safety, peace, good order, and general well-being of their constituents. The committee likewise noted that the measure is consistent with Republic Act number 9165, otherwise known as the Comprehensive Dangerous Act of 2002, which declares it a policy of the state to safeguard the integrity of its territory and the well-being of its citizenry, particularly the youth, from the harmful effects of dangerous drugs. The law further recognizes that the importance of balanced and integrated approaches that include prevention, treatment, rehabilitation, aftercare, and social reintegration of persons affected by substance abuse and drug dependency. In particular, the provisions of RA 9165 encourage the establishment and strengthening of community-based rehabilitation programs as a viable, humane intervention for persons suffering from substance use disorders. Moreover, the committee observed that the ordinance complements the objectives of Republic Act number 11036, otherwise known as the Mental Health Act, which promotes the protection of the rights and welfare of persons with mental health needs and ensures the availability of comprehensive, integrated, and accessible mental health services at the community level. The committee finds that the ordinance is consistent with the constitutional mandate of the state to protect and promote the right to health of the people and to make essential social services available to all. It likewise recognizes the growing need for accessible, evidence-based, and community-centered interventions that address substance abuse and addiction, reduce drug dependency, prevent relapse, promote recovery, and facilitate the successful reintegration of recovering persons into their families and communities. By institutionalizing local rehabilitation and reintegration services, the ordinance provides a proactive and sustainable mechanism for promoting public health, social development, and community welfare within the municipality of Cabanglaasan. Madam Presiding Officer, the committee, after review, hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 50-2026, Series of 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglaasan, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to pass. So recommended for the approval, Madam Presiding Officer.
There's a motion from the Committee on Health for the approval of Ordinance Number 50-2026 from the Municipality of Cabanglaasan. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Item number 3, under the Committee on Health, Madam Presiding Officer, to which is referred Ordinance Number 069-2026, 16th SB, enacted on May 19, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Don Carlos, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Establishing a Comprehensive Chronic Kidney Disease or CKD Prevention, Early Detection, and Patient Report Program of the Municipality of Don Carlos, providing for free diagnostic screening, intensive awareness campaigns, and mandatory patient transport system. The committee is recognized that the ordinance is anchored on the provisions of Republic Act Number 7875, as amended by Republic Act Number 10606 and Republic Act Number 11223, which institutionalize social health insurance coverage and support healthcare interventions for patients suffering from chronic illnesses, including kidney-related diseases. The proposed ordinance complements national health policies by facilitating early diagnosis and improving access to available healthcare services and treatment programs. The proposed ordinance seeks to establish a comprehensive chronic kidney disease prevention, early detection, and patient support program through the conduct of free diagnostic screening, implementation of intensive public education and awareness campaigns, and the provision of transportation assistance for CKD patients requiring regular medical consultations, diagnostic procedures, dialysis treatments, and other related healthcare services. These interventions are intended to improve health outcomes, reduce preventable complications, and lessen the financial and logistical burdens experienced by patients and their families. The committee finds that early detection and prevention remain among the most effective strategies in reducing the prevalence and severity of chronic kidney disease. Through strengthened public awareness, regular screening activities, and accessible support services, the municipality of Don Carlos will be better positioned to identify at-risk individuals, promote healthy lifestyles, encourage timely medical intervention, and improve the quality of life of CKD patients. Madam Presiding Officer, the committee, after review, hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 069-2026, 16 SB of the Sangguniang Bayan of Carlos Bukidnon for being proper in order and within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to pass. So recommended, Madam Presiding Officer.
Again, there's a motion and duly seconded of the Committee Report of Health, which was referred Ordinance Number 069-2026 from the Municipality of Don Carlos Bukidnon. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding.
Thank you, Honorable Pipito.
Honorable Presiding Officer, we will now proceed to items number 14 to 16. For these 13 items, may we now recognize a gentleman from the 4th Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member, Attorney Oliver Owen Baba Garcia.
Honorable Owen Garcia, you are recognized, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer, Majority Floor Leader, to our Secretary and all the staff. Ladies and gentlemen, maayong hapon sa tanan.
Nga po.
Item number 4 is Committee Report of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights, Committee Report number 2026-L-320. The committee to which was referred a letter dated May 6, 2026 with attachment of Provincial Governor Rogelio Neil P. Roque endorsing to this August body the approved revised calendar year 2024 annual work plan for the use of ER 1-94 EF/DLF/RWMHEEF from Headcore Bukidnon Incorporated for the supply and delivery of air conditioning units and wheelchairs with a total amount of 1,144,284 pesos and 66 centavos for favorable consideration and approval, have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The Chair opened the deliberation by seeking clarification on the proposed utilization of ER 1-94 funds, noting that such funds are distinct and separate from the province's share from national wealth. The Chair inquired whether there are existing rules, guidelines, or regulatory restrictions governing the allocation and utilization of said funds, particularly as to whether expenditures must strictly conform to specific categories prescribed under applicable laws and implementing guidelines relative to revenues generated from power operations under the National Power Corporation. Further, the Chair called attention to the proposed revised calendar year 2024 annual work plan, specifically questioning whether the procurement of air conditioning units falls under the allowable and authorized expenditures governing policies on ER 1-94 fund utilization. In response thereto, Mr. Leo Agostos G. Barroso, Acting Provincial Treasurer, informed the body that the utilization of ER 1-94 funds is governed by existing rules and regulations which identify eligible projects and activities including but not limited to programs and projects related to electrification, livelihood, healthcare and education, environmental protection, and COVID-19 response under the prevailing regulations. Upon review of the proposed revised calendar year 2024 annual work plan, the committee noted that the request covers the procurement of 2 floor-mounted air conditioning units, 8 window-type inverter air conditioning units, and 3 wheelchairs. The committee recognized that the procurement of 3 wheelchairs intended for healthcare use in San Fernando, Bukidnon reasonably falls within the allowable healthcare-related expenditures. With respect to the procurement of air conditioning units, the committee took cognizance of the justification presented by the representative from PIDMO that provincial hospitals had previously identified the need for such units as part of healthcare facility requirements. However, prior approved allocations were confined to medical equipment and did not cover air conditioning units, notwithstanding their operational necessity in certain hospital departments. The committee noted that the proposed utilization of ER 1-94 funds from Headcore Bukidnon Incorporated is intended to augment existing healthcare resources and address unmet facility requirements through the procurement of the necessary air conditioning units for healthcare facilities in Kalilangan and Manolo Fortich, subject to compliance with applicable laws, rules, and guidelines governing the utilization of said funds. Recommendation: the committee, after careful review, hereby recommend the adoption and approval of the letter dated May 6, 2026 with attachment of the Provincial Governor Rogelio Neil Piroque endorsing to this August body the approved revised calendar year 2024 annual work plan for the use of ER 1-94 from Headquarters Bukidnon Incorporated for the supply and delivery of air conditioning units and wheelchairs with a total amount of 1,144,284 pesos and 66 centavos. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
Again, there's a motion from Board Member Garcia for the approval of Committee Report number 2026-L320 and duly seconded by the members. Any discussion? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Chair, items number 5 to 13 are all executive orders coming from the municipality of Baongon. And therefore, the favorite motion of the Honorable Palmada, I'd like to pass an omnibus motion for the approval of the following items. Item number 5, Committee Report number 2026-L-321, to which was referred Executive Order number 008, Series of 2026, dated January 29, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Amending the Composition of the Committee of the Gender and Development Focal Point System of the Municipality of Baongon. Item 6 is Committee Report number 2026-L-322, to which was referred Executive Order number 010, Series of 2026, dated February 11, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Reorganizing the Project Monitoring Committee of the Municipality of Baongon and its Secretariat. Item number 7 is Committee Report number 2026-L-323, to which was referred Executive Order number 019, Series of 2026, dated March 12, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Updating the Composition of Executive Order number 38, Series of 2025, the Committee on Anti-Red Tape in the Municipality of Baongon. Item number 8 is Committee Report number 2026-L-324, to which was referred Executive Order number 020, Series of 2026, dated March 12, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Updating the Composition of the Municipal Gawad Pangulo sa Kapaligiran Committee in the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. Item number 9 is Committee Report number 2026-L-325, to which was referred Executive Order number 021-A, Series of 2026, dated March 30, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled Addendum to Executive Order number 021, Series of 2026, providing for the reversion to regular work schedule during holidays in the municipal government of Baongon. Item number 10 is Committee Report number 2026-L-326, to which was referred Executive Order number 024, Series of 2026, dated April 7, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Implementing a Flexible Work Arrangement through Team-Based Scheduling and Work from Home Scheme, including skeletal rotation for frontline and field personnel in the municipal government of Baongon pursuant to Memorandum Circular number 114. Item number 11 is Committee Report number 2026-L-327, to which was referred Executive Order number 026, Series of 2026, dated April 7, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Revoking Executive Order number 021-A, Series of 2026, entitled Addendum to Executive Order number 021, Series of 2026, providing for the reversion to regular work schedule during holidays in the municipal government of Baongon. Item number 12 is Committee Report number 2026-L-328, to which was referred Executive Order number 028, Series of 2026, dated April 24, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Revoking Executive Order number 024, Series of 2026, restoring the regular 5-day work week and continuing the implementation of energy conservation measures in the municipal government of Baongon. Item number 13 is Committee Report number 2026-L-329, to which was referred Executive Order number 035, Series of 2026, dated May 19, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Adopting Presidential Decree number 1619, otherwise known as Penalizing the Sale of Volatile Substances to Minors, and FDA Circular number 2019-006, otherwise known as the Guidelines in the Commercial Display, Selling, Promotion, and Advertising of Alcohol in the Municipality of Baongon. Mr. Chair, the committee, after review and careful study, hereby recommend for the executive orders from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the competence of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. Omnibus motion to approve all these items, Mr. Chair. Madam Chair.
Again, there's an omnibus motion from Honorable Owen Garcia and duly seconded by all members for the approval of 9 executive orders from the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved.
Item number 14 is Committee on Laws Committee Report number 2026-L-330, to which was referred Ordinance number 143-2026 of the 16th Sangguniang Bayan 32nd Regular Session, approved on May 6, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of San Fernando, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Regulating the Establishment, Operation, and Maintenance of Internet Vendo Machines, Wi-Fi Vendo Systems, Paid Public Hotspot Access Operations, and similar digital connectivity businesses in the Municipality of San Fernando, Bukidnon, requiring the securing of appropriate business permits, prescribing operational safety and child-safe public use standards, providing for funding, and imposing penalties for violations. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The ordinance seeks to promote public safety, consumer protection, and regulated access to digital connectivity services through the establishment, operation, and maintenance of Internet Vendo machines, Wi-Fi Vendo systems, paid public hotspot access operations, and similar digital service providers within the Municipality of San Fernando, Bukidnon. The committee finds that the ordinance is a valid exercise of the municipality's police power and the General Welfare Clause of Section 16, Republic Act 7160. The ordinance promotes transparency and accountability by requiring business permits and proper display of permit information as reasonable regulatory measures. These requirements are consistent with the LGU's authority to regulate local business activities to protect public welfare. The committee likewise finds that the ordinance is consistent with the policy objectives of Republic Act number 12234, otherwise known as the Konektadong Pinoy Act, which promotes digital inclusivity, reliable and affordable internet access, and the development of data transmission and connectivity services throughout the country. The ordinance does not create barriers to the establishment of connectivity services, but merely prescribes reasonable regulatory measures, including business permits requirement, operational standards, consumer protection safeguards, and child-safe public use standards pursuant to the municipality's police power. However, the committee notes that Section 13 of the ordinance, which imposes penalties for violations, must strictly comply with the procedural requirement of Section 511 of Republic Act 7160. Otherwise, compliance with this procedural requirement is mandatory and jurisdictional in nature, as they serve to ensure that effective constituents are properly informed of prohibited acts and corresponding penalties before enforcement may be made. Failure to strictly observe the publication and posting requirements may render the penal provisions of the ordinance unenforceable, notwithstanding the substantive validity. Recommendation: the committee, after careful study, hereby recommend that ordinance number 143-2026, 16th Sangguniang Bayan, 32nd regular session, approved May 6, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of San Fernando, Bukidnon, be referred back to its origin for compliance of the aforementioned findings. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
Again, there's a motion and duly seconded by some members for the referred back of this ordinance number 143-2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of San Fernando. The motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Committee report, item number 15 is committee report of the Committee on Peace and Order, committee report number 2026-0-025, to which was referred Executive Order number 037, series of 2026, dated May 19, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baungon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Strengthening Violence and Injury Prevention Programs in the Municipality of Baungon through the prevention of interpersonal violence, fireworks-related injuries, and promotion of road safety. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. The executive order seeks to strengthen violence and injury prevention efforts in the municipality of Baungon by addressing interpersonal violence, preventing fireworks-related injuries, and promoting road safety through coordinated action among concerned offices and stakeholders. The issuance is anchored on Section 16 of Republic Act 7160, Republic Act number 7183, Executive Order number 28, series of 2017, and other national policies on public safety and injury prevention. These laws authorize local government units to undertake measures necessary to protect public health, safety, and welfare. The order serves as an administrative mechanism for the implementation and coordination of existing laws and programs. It enhances local monitoring, enforcement, and public awareness initiatives without creating new offenses or penalties, and remains within the authority of the municipal mayor under the local government code. Hence, the executive order is consistent with existing laws and policies and promotes the objectives of public safety, injury prevention, and community welfare within the municipality of Baungon. Recommendation: the committee, after review and careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of Executive Order number 037, series of 2026, dated May 19, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baungon, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the competence of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. So recommended, Madam Chair.
Again, there's a motion for the approval of committee report number 2026-0-025 from referred to as executive order from the municipal mayor of Baungon. Any discussion? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Last and final item. Committee report, item number 16, committee report of the Committee on Peace and Order, committee report number 2026-0-026, to which was referred Executive Order number MVOP 016-2026, dated March 24, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Don Carlos, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Reconstituting the Municipal Anti-Drug Abuse Council, MADAC, in the Municipality of Don Carlos, Bukidnon. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings: the executive order provides for the reconstitution of the Municipal Anti-Drug Abuse Council of the Municipality of Don Carlos, Bukidnon, with the objective of enhancing the implementation, coordination, supervision, and monitoring of local programs, projects, and activities aimed at preventing and suppressing illegal drugs and promoting community-based anti-drug initiatives. The issuance is grounded on the policy framework established under Republic Act number 9165, otherwise known as the Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act of 2002, which institutionalizes a comprehensive and integrated approach to drug prevention and control, and mandates the participation of local government units in the implementation of anti-illegal drug programs. Further, the issuance conforms with DILG Joint Memorandum Circular number 2018-01, which prescribes the guidelines on the functionality and effectiveness of local anti-drug abuse councils, and directs local government units to organize, strengthen, and sustain functional anti-drug councils as mechanism for policy formulation, program coordination, monitoring, and evaluation of anti-drug initiatives at the local level. The committee finds that the reconstitution of MADAC is necessary to strengthen institutional mechanisms and interagency collaboration in addressing illegal drugs within the municipality, ensure alignment with national anti-drug policies and standards, and improve the effectiveness of local governance in maintaining public safety, peace and order, and community welfare. The issuance is within the lawful authority of the municipal mayor and serves to promote coordinated, accountable, and responsive action among government offices, partner agencies, and other relevant stakeholders. Recommendation. The committee, after review and careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of Executive Order MBOP 016-2026, dated March 24, 2026, of the Office of the Municipal Mayor Don Carlos Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the competence of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. So recommended, Madam Chair.
There's a motion for the approval and Jolie seconded of the committee report number 2026-0-026, Executive Order MBOP is hereby approved.
Madam Presiding Officer, our
Yes,
invited guest and our questioner is already here. So for now, Honorable Presiding Officer, may we now recognize the gentleman from the 1st Legislative District, the author of these two resolutions, the resolution for commendation and recognition, the Honorable Board Member Eliser is Unahon.
Board Member Elisa Unahon, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer and Majority Floor Leader. Wala naman ang akong. Okay. A resolution extending commendation and formal recognition to Jim Leowell Sambalod Fabela for his exemplary performance as co-captain and center back of the FEU Diliman Baby Tamaraos, leading the team to the UAAP Season 88 Football Boys Championship and earning the prestigious Best Defender Award on April 10, 2026 at the UP Diliman Football Pitch. And the second, the same. This is another achievement. A remarkable leadership and athletic excellence as a team captain, guiding his squad to the secondary boys football championship and earning to the Best Defender Award in the 2026 Palarong Pamansa held on May 24 to 31, 2026 in the Prosperidad, Agosan del Sur.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer.
Yes,
Thank you, Honorable Board Member Unahon. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move to suspend our internal house rule and may we... Second.
Any second motion? Internal rules is suspended.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer, and may we now recognize our Secretary, Attorney Apollo Magwali, to read the resolutions.
Madam
Yes,
Presiding
go
Officer.
ahead. Sir
Thank you.
Secretary.
Madam Presiding Officer, since the two resolution with one recipient of this resolution, may I continue reading the two resolutions?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. First resolution, resolution number 2026-2133 of the 28th SP, a resolution extending commendation and formal recognition to Jim Lowell Sambalod Fabela for his exemplary performance as co-captain and center back of the FEU Diliman Baby Tamaraos, leading the team of the UAAP Season 88 Football Boys Championship and earning the prestigious Best Defender Award on April 10, 2026 at the UP Diliman Football Pitch, authored by Honorable Eliser Unahon, Board Member, 1st Legislative District, Province of Bukidnon. Whereas the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Bukidnon remains steadfast in its mandate to promote sportsmanship and recognize outstanding sports achievement by youth athletes from the province whose dedication and excellence bring great pride, honor, and prestige to Bukidnon in the national stage. Whereas on April 10, 2026, the Far Eastern University Diliman Baby Tamaraw successfully captured the UAAP Season 88 Football Boys Championship in a thrilling and masterfully executed tournament against UST Junior Golden Boaters to 2-1 in the finals at the UP Diliman football pitch. Whereas anchoring the core of the championship run was Jim Lewell Sambalud Fabila, a proud native of Barangay Damilag, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, who served the distinction as the team's co-captain and starting center back. Whereas through his exceptional leadership, defensive tactical discipline, grit on the pitch, Jim Lewell Sambalud Favila was officially honored with the coveted individual title of Best Defender for UAAP Season 88, proving himself to be an elite athlete in high school football. Wherefore, on motion of Board Member Elisa Resonahon and unanimously seconded by all Sangguniang Panlalawigan members present and assembled in session, be it resolved as it is hereby resolved, extending commendation and formal recognition to Jim Lewell Sambalud Fabela for his exemplary performance as co-captain and center back of the FEU Diliman Baby Tamaraw, leading to the team to the UAAP Season 88 Football Boys Championship and earning the prestigious Best Defender Award on April 10, 2026 at the UP Diliman football pitch. I hereby certify the correctness of the foregoing resolution. Attorney Apollo A. Magwali, Secretary to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, and attested by Honorable Mario Jr. B. Albarisi, Acting Provincial Vice Governor and Temporary Presiding Officer. The same commendation to Jim Lewell Sambalud Pabila, as I read Resolution number 2026-2196, a resolution extending commendation and formal recognition to Jim Lewell Sambalud Pabila for his remarkable leadership and athletic excellence as team captain, guiding his squad to the secondary boys football championship and earning the Best Defender Award in the 2026 Palarong Pambansa held on May 24 to 31, 2026 in Prosperidad, Agusan del Sur, authored by Honorable Eliezer Sunahon, Board Member, 1st Legislative District, Province of Bukidnon. These are all resolution, Madam Presiding Officer.
Yes,
Madam Presiding Officer, thank you, Attorney Magwali, our Secretary. For now, Madam Presiding Officer, may I request our recipient to have the photo opportunity
yes, in front. May we request
together
the
with all the
board
board
members.
members present, assembled this chamber.
Together with the
Together
mother.
with the parent. Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the restoration of our internal house rule. No. Before that, Honorable Presiding Officer, Madam Presiding Officer, I move to suspend our internal house rule, and may we also hear the response message coming from our recipient. Thank you. Sorry, I've been
Mr. Jem Noelel, please give us your response.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair,
Good
and to all the
afternoon.
members of the honorable body. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Can you say something?
May I
Yes,
take the
Mami.
honor, Madam Chair? Good afternoon once again, especially to all the members of this honorable body. First and foremost, thank you for giving this recognition to my son. For the first time in about more than 13 years of playing, this is the first time that football players have been recognized in this legislative body. In fact, he had the chance to champ Mindanao and Luzon Cup and even awarded as the MVP, but this is apparently the first time where recognition has been raised. Thank you very much, especially to the author, BM Board Larry member nakin. Salamat kayo.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for coming over. You are always bringing the pride of and honor of the province of Bukidnon. Congratulations for the job well done. Continue being one of the best athlete in our province.
Madam Presiding Officer, moving for the restoration of our internal house rule.
Go ahead, sir.
And going back again to our committee report, Madam Presiding Officer, for item number 17 to 23, the 7 items by this representation. Madam Presiding Officer, can I proceed?
Yes, please proceed, sir.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. These 3 items from item number 17, 18, and 19, these are all the request for the posting in our bulletin board for 15 calendar days. This is the letter coming from the National Water Rights Board, Madam Presiding Officer, for item number 17, a request for posting by the water permit application filed by the Department of Public Works and Highways, 2nd District Engineering Office, through the District Engineer Virginia G. Batocael, with the water permit application number X-Book-2026-12-097. And for item number 18, this is a water permit application filed by the Kinimer EcoWorks Philippines Corporation with the water permit application with X-Book-2026-01-036 and 037. For item number 19, this is a water permit application filed by the Winbrag Resources OPC with the water permit application number X-Book-2026-02-043. This is a 1 liter per second. And for the Kinimer EcoWorks Philippines Corporation, this is a 2.2 liter per second and 117 liter per second intended for the banana plantation. And for the DPWH in the 2nd District Engineering Office, this is a 2.4 liter per second. Honorable Presiding Officer, upon careful review and verification of the committee, finds that the applications of these 3 water permit applicants complies with the requirements set forth under the provision of the Water Code of the Philippines and related laws governing the appropriation, utilization, and protection of the water resources. Considering the foregoing findings, the committee concluded that these 3 water permit applicants is in order, legally compliant, and environmentally sustainable. It is therefore commended for the approval, subject to the continuous monitoring and concerned agencies to ensure the compliance with the established standards and the protection of the public interest. Thus, the committee recommends for the approval, omnibus motion for approval of this water permit applicants for the posting of 15 calendar days in the Sangguniang Panlalawigan Bulletin Board, and the Secretary will issue certificate of posting upon the completion of the submission of necessary required documents of the water permit applicants. So moving for the omnibus motion of these three water permit applicants, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There is an omnibus motion and duly seconded for the approval of this water permit application as presented by the Committee Chair on Environment, the Honorable Board Member Palmada. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Proceeding, Madam Presiding Officer, to item number 20. This is a committee report on the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, Disaster Preparedness, to which was referred an ordinance number 49-2026, series of 2026, approved on May 29, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance institutionalizing the disaster resilient operation for the public market and slaughterhouse in the municipality of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, providing the guidelines therefore and for other purposes. Have considered the same, hereby submit the findings, comments, and recommendation of the committee. This ordinance seeks to institutionalize the disaster resilient operation for the public market and slaughterhouse in Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, which is essential to safeguard lives, livelihoods, and local economic stability. These facilities are vital for food security and commerce, yet highly vulnerable to calamities, establishing the clear guidelines ensure community services protection of infrastructure and preparedness during the emergencies. Enshrined in Public Act 121, also known as the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction Management Act of 2010. It mandates the local government units, of the proactive disaster risk reduction measures. Such ordinance promotes resilience, strengthen governance, and secure sustainable development for the municipality. The committee determined that the municipal ordinance as enacted by the Sangguniang Bayan adheres completely to all relevant laws, rules, and regulations. The committee, after careful review, hereby recommends for the approval of ordinance number 49-2026, series of 2026, approved on 2026 of Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, for being proper and ordered and within the scope of the Sangguniang to enact. So recommended for the approval and adoption of this committee report, Madam Presiding Officer.
Again, there's a motion for the approval of committee report number 2026-N-067 from the municipality of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Proceeding to item number 21. This is committee report, the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, Disaster Preparedness, to which was referred an ordinance number 1109, series of 2026, approved on May 18, 2026, sa Sangguniang Panglungsod, Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance institutionalizing the green graduation program in the city of Malaybalay, earnestly encouraging the graduating students from elementary, junior high school, senior high school, and college to plant at least 5 trees before graduation, providing recognition and incentives to the compliant schools and appropriating funds therefore. Have considered the same, hereby submit the findings, comments, and recommendation. This ordinance seeks to institutionalize the Green Graduation Program in Malaybalay City, which is vital to promote environmental stewardship among the youth by requiring graduating students from elementary to college to plant at least 5 trees. The program fosters responsibility, sustainability, and climate resilience. It strengthens community participation in reforestation, combats deforestation, and enhances ecological balance, providing recognition and incentives to compliant schools, encourage active engagement while appropriating funds, assures proper implementation. This ordinance secures the long-term benefits for the city's environment and future generations. Enshrined in Republic Act 9729, also known as the Climate Change Act of 2009. It enhances the local government units in integrate the climate change adaptation and mitigations into their policies and programs. It also aligns Republic Act number 10121, Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction Management Act of 2010, requiring the proactive measures to build and resilience and reduce risk. The committee determined that Malaybalay City Ordinance, as enacted by the Sangguniang Panlungsod, adheres completely to all the relevant laws, rules, and regulations. The committee, after careful review study, have hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance number 1109, Series of 2026, approved on May 18, 2026 of Sangguniang Panlungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the scope of the Sangguniang to enact. So recommended for the approval and adoption of this committee report, Madam Presiding Officer.
Again, there's a motion and duly seconded for the approval of committee report number 2026-N-068, which was referred ordinance number 1109, series of 2026 from the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon. Any objection? The motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Proceeding to item number 22. This is again a committee report in the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, Disaster Preparedness. Committee report number 2026-N-069, to which was referred in the Committee on Environmental Protection, Madam Presiding Officer, an ordinance number 022 during the 16th SB series of 2026, approved on April 15, 2026 of Sangguniang Bayan of Kitao-Tao, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance enhancing the energy efficiency and conservation in the government buildings of the municipality of Kitao-Tao, province of Bukidnon. Have considered the same, hereby submit the findings, comments, and recommendation of the committee. This ordinance seeks to enhance the energy efficiency and conservation in government buildings of Kitao-Tao, Bukidnon, which is necessary to promote the sustainable governance and reduce the operational cost. The government facilities consume significant energy and inefficient practices burden public funds and contribute to environmentally degradation. By institutionalizing the energy-saving measures, the municipality ensures responsible resource management. Enshrined Republic Act 11285, also known as the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act, it mandates the local government units to adopt the policies that reduce energy consumption, promote sustainability, and ensure efficient use of resources. This ordinance strengthens resilience, fosters accountability, and advances the long-term ecological and economic sustainability of the community. The committee determined that the municipal ordinance as enacted by the Sangguniang Bayan adheres completely to all relevant laws, rules, and regulations. Recommendation of the committee, after careful study, and hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance number 122 during the 16th SB series of 2026, approved on April 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitao-Tao, Bukidnon, for being proper on order and within the scope of the Sangguniang to enact. So recommended for the adoption and approval of this committee report, Madam Presiding Officer.
There's a motion for approval and adoption and duly seconded of this committee report number 2026-N-069, to which was referred ordinance number 022 from the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitao-Tao, Bukidnon. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
The last item, item number 23, Madam Presiding Officer. This is committee report in the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, Disaster Preparedness. Committee report number 2026-N-070, to which was referred an ordinance number 038 during the 16th SB series of 2026, approved on April 15, 2026 of Sangguniang Bayan of Kitao-Tao, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance providing for the regulation, reduction, and eventual phase out of single-use of plastic products in the municipality of Kitao-Tao, Bukidnon, providing for the prohibited acts, responsibilities, incentives, penalties, and enforcement mechanism, and for other purposes. Have considered the same, hereby submit the findings, comments, and recommendation of the committee. This ordinance seeks to regulate, phase out single-use plastic products in Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, which is essential to protect the environment and public health. Single-use plastic contribute heavily to pollution, the clogged waterways, and harm ecosystem by benefiting the prohibited acts. Responsibilities, incentives, and penalties. The ordinance ensures accountability and encourages the sustainable practices. Enforcement mechanisms strengthen compliance, while incentive motivate the businesses and schools to adopt eco-friendly alternatives. These measures promotes waste reduction, supports the climate resilience, and secures a cleaner, healthier future for the municipality. Enshrined in Republic Act 9003, also known as the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000. It mandates the local government units to adopt measures to reduce the waste generation at source and promote the reuse, recycling, and recovery. The committee determined that the municipal ordinance as enacted by the Sangguniang Bayan adheres completely to all the relevant laws, rules, and regulations. The committee, after careful review, study, hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 038 of the 16th SB, Series of 2026, approved on April 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the scope of the Sangguniang to enact. So recommended for approval and adoption of this committee report, Madam Presiding Officer.
Again, there's a motion and duly seconded for the approval of committee report number 2026-N-070, to which was referred ordinance number 038, series of 2026 from the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon. Any discussions? There's none. The motion is approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader.
May we now recognize a gentleman from the 2nd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Marlon Brando Dinlayan, for these 3 items, from items number 24, 25, and 26.
Board Member Marlon Dinlayan, you are recognized, sir.
Thank you, distinguished Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Madam Presiding Officer, to all my fellow esteemed board members, to the Secretariat, to all the staff, Kanayalan, Mayad Bandagway, Mahapon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Madam Presiding Officer, I respectfully submit and present 3 committee reports from the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry. First, item number 24, Madam Presiding Officer, the Committee on Ways and Means and Trade and Industry, to which was referred ordinance number 053, series of 2026, approved on April 13, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Pangantukan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Temporarily Amending Section 7, Article S, Chapter 3 of the Municipal Tax Code of Pangantukan, Bukidnon, 2nd edition 2007, by adjusting the passenger fare rates for tri-cab, bao-bao operations, and for other purposes, have been considered the same and hereby submit its findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings: the ordinance seeks to temporarily amend Section 7, Article S, Chapter 3 of the Municipal Tax Code of Pangantukan, Bukidnon. It was enacted in response to a declared national energy emergency under Executive Order number 110, series of 2026, which shall automatically cease upon the lifting or expiration of such declaration unless sooner revoked or extended by the Sangguniang Bayan. The ordinance sets a temporary multi-tiered fare scheduled for tri-cab or bao-bao public utilities based on location and passenger category. Within the core barangays, namely Poblacion, Adtuyon, Lantay, and Barandias, the base fare for the first kilometer is fixed at 20 pesos for regular passengers. A discounted rate of 15 pesos applies to students, senior citizens, PWDs, and pregnant women, applied in accordance with national law. To account for operational variances in far-flung areas and barangays, the ordinance authorizes higher initial base rates of 30 pesos for regular commuters and 25 pesos for the discounted sector. Furthermore, the measure introduces a uniform incremental rate of 5 pesos for each succeeding kilometer traveled, which applies universally across all geographical zones and passenger categories. The committee finds that the measure is consistent with the Local Government Code of 1991, Republic Act 7160, which empowers local governments to enact ordinances essential to promoting the general welfare and ensuring the economic survival of drivers or operators. During an energy crisis. Furthermore, the committee finds the proposed fare rates to be economically sound and fully aligned with prevailing transport rate structures across the Bukidnon. Recommendation. Considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends the approval of Ordinance Number 053, Series of 2026, approved on April 13, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Pangantukan, for being in accordance with law and within the scope of authority of the Sangguniang concerned to pass. Recommended, Madam Presiding Officer.
There's a motion for the approval of the committee report, and duly seconded for the approval of committee report number 2026-S-042, which was referred ordinance number 053 from the Sangguniang Bayan of Pangantukan, Bukidnon. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Next item, the same committee report. Referred ordinance number 09-2026 during 16th Sangguniang Bayan approved on June 4, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Dangkagan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Authorizing the Grant of 15% share from collected fines and penalties from violations of ordinances as incentives to municipal traffic and local enforcers of the municipality of Dangkagan, Bukidnon, have considered the same and hereby submit its findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The ordinance seeks to allow an allocation of 15% from generated fines and penalties for violations of ordinances to incentivize the municipal traffic and local enforcers of Dangkagan, Bukidnon for their diligence and honesty. Section 16 of Republic Act 7160 confirms that every local government unit shall exercise the powers expressly granted, those necessarily implied therefrom, as well as powers necessary, appropriate, incidental for its efficient and effective governance, and those which are essential to the promotion of the general welfare. Section 186 of same code states that local government units may exercise the power to levy taxes, fees, or charges on any base or subject not otherwise specifically enumerated herein or taxed under the provisions of the National Internal Revenue Code as amended or other applicable laws, provided that the taxes, fees, or charges shall not be unjust, excessive, oppressive, confiscatory, or contrary to declared national policy provided. The municipal government of Dangkagan recognizes the inviolable contribution of its enforcement units in maintaining and peace and order, especially the smooth of flow of traffic and strict implementation of local ordinances. This initiative also gives honest income and less temptation to accept bribes and encourages consistent execution of their responsibilities. Recommendation. Considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance number 09-2026 during 16th Sangguniang Bayan, approved on June 4, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Dangkagan, Bukidnon, for being in accordance with law and within the authority of the Sangguniang concerned to enact. So recommended, Madam Presiding Officer.
Again, there's a motion for the approval of, and duly seconded for the approval of Committee Report number 2026-S-043, which was referred ordinance number 09, series of 2026 from the Sangguniang Bayan of Dangkagan, Bukidnon. Any discussions? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
And finally, my third item, Committee Report of the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry, to which was referred ordinance number 44-2026, approved on May 7, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Valencia City, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Imposing and Collecting Terminal and Loading Fees in the City Farmers Market, updating for the purpose Ordinance 93-2002 during 8 Sangguniang Panlungsod, have considered the same and hereby submit its findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The ordinance seeks to levy and enforce the payment of terminal and loading fees for the maintenance and proper management of the facility, including sanitation, traffic regulation, and the orderly operation of terminal activities at the City Farmers Market, hereby updating Ordinance number 93-2002 to give effect to this provision. Pursuant to Section 16 of Republic Act 7160, local government units shall exercise the powers expressly granted, those necessarily implied therefrom, as well as powers necessary, appropriate, incidental for its efficient and effective governance, and those which are essential to the promotion of the general welfare. Section 186 of same code states that local government units may exercise the power to levy taxes, fees, or charges on any base or subject not otherwise specifically enumerated herein or taxed under the provisions of the National Internal Revenue Code as amended or other applicable laws, provided that the taxes, fees, or charges shall not be unjust, excessive, oppressive, confiscatory, or contrary to declared national policy provided. The imposition of terminal and loading fees collection shall generate necessary funds to finance the sanitation and security to improve the quality of operation. Likewise, the collection serves as an effective regulatory measure to prevent congestion, discourage illegal parking and prolonged occupancy, and ensure the orderly flow of vehicles within the market premises. Recommendation. Considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance number 44-2026, approved on May 7, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Valencia City, Bukidnon, for being in accordance with law and within the authority of the Sangguniang concerned to enact. So recommended, Madam Presiding Officer.
There's a motion for the approval of Committee Report number 2026-S044 from the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Valencia City. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Board Member Dinlayan.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. We will now proceed to the new business for the day. And for item number 27, may we now recognize our PCL President, the gentleman from the 4th Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Engineer Armando is Evangelista Jr.
Board Member Evangelista. Please proceed, sir.
Thank you, Majority Floor. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Kanatong tanan, mayong hapon. Item 27 under new business for the day, a proposed resolution number 217-2026 of the 28th SP series of 2026. A resolution requesting the provincial director of the Bukidnon Police Provincial Office, Police Colonel Oliver S. Navales, to cause the enhanced police visibility and presence in all public and private schools in the province of Bukidnon to ensure the safety, security, and well-being of students, teachers, and school personnel. Whereas the safety and security of students, teachers, and school personnel are among the primary concerns of the government and the community. Whereas educational institutions serve as centers of learning and development and must be provided with safe and secure environment conducive to education. Whereas the presence and visibility of police personnel in and around school premises can help deter criminal activities, prevent violence, address security concerns, and strengthen public confidence in law enforcement. Whereas increased police visibility promotes closer coordination between school authorities, parents, local government units, and law enforcement agencies in maintaining peace and order within school communities. Whereas the opening and conduct of classes throughout the school year require proactive measures to ensure the protection of students and educational personnel from any threats to their safety and security. Now, therefore, on motion by this representation, hopefully seconded by all members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan present, be it resolved, as it is hereby resolved, to pass a resolution requesting the Provincial Director of the Bukidnon Police Provincial Office, Police Colonel Oliver S. Navales, to cause the enhanced police visibility and presence in all public and private schools in the province of Bukidnon to ensure the safety, security, and well-being students, teachers, and school personnel. Resolve further that such police visibility may include regular patrols, increased presence during school opening and dismissal hours, coordination with school administrators, and the conduct of security and safety awareness activities as may be deemed appropriate. Resolved finally that copies of this resolution be furnished to the Office of the Provincial Director, Bukidnon Police Provincial Office, the Provincial Government of Bukidnon, the Department of Education, Schools Division Offices concerned, and other relevant agencies for their information and appropriate action. Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of this proposed resolution.
There is a motion for the approval of these laudable proposed resolutions authored by Board Member Armando Jr. is Evangelista. Any discussions? None. The motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding
Thank
Officer.
you, Board Member Evangelista.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Madam Presiding Officer, as requested by the gentleman from the 4th Legislative District, the Vice Chairman of the Committee on Education, eventually, Madam Presiding Officer, this is a related matter regarding on the resolution passed by the gentleman, our ex-officio member from the 4th Legislative District, in the Honorable Board Member Engineer Armando Isbalista. This is in the Committee on Education and authored by our temporary presiding officer of today's session. Madam Presiding Officer, because of the urgency of this matter, I move that this item be included in the order of business of the calendar business of today's session, Madam Presiding Officer.
Addendum.
Yeah. And
The motion is approved.
And may we now recognize the Vice Chairman, the Honorable Board Member Attorney Oliver Owen Baba Garcia, as item number 29 of this order of business, Madam Chairman. Balikan lang ako ang ako. Item number 28. So may we now proceed
Yes,
for item number 29,
Board
Madam
Member Owen Garcia, please
Yes.
proceed, sir.
Thank you very much, Majority Floor Leader and Madam Chair. This is actually a resolution related to the earlier resolution of the Honorable Evangelista, which is also authored by the Honorable Minerva Sinabe, who is the Chair of the Committee on Education and is our currently acting presiding officer. So, may I have the honor to sponsor this resolution? A resolution of urgent matter earnestly requesting the participation of concerned agencies to expeditiously collate, analyze, and prepare comprehensive data concerning in-school bullying and children in conflict with the law within the province of Bukidnon for its presentation during a special meeting of the Provincial Council for the Protection of Children. Whereas the province of Bukidnon adopts the state policy in recognizing the vital role of the youth in nation building and to actively protect them in all forms of abuse, exploitation, and neglect. Whereas the latest incidents of school shooting, in-school stabbing, and other form of fatal violence involving children is posted and discussed throughout multiple media and social media platforms, raising both awareness and concern to the parents and communities. Whereas a criminological, mathematical, and psychological data strongly validate the theory that highly publicized school mass shootings and violence trigger a temporary contagion or snowball effect in society, and most concerningly the students and children. Whereas this highly critical and sensitive matter is of an urgent concern that should be expeditiously addressed in a highly systematic, strategic, and comprehensive manner by all agencies concerned. Now therefore, on motion of yours truly, duly seconded by all members present, here be it resolved, as it is hereby resolved, to pass a resolution of urgent matter earnestly requesting the participation of concerned agencies to expeditiously collate, analyze, and prepare comprehensive data concerning in-school bullying and children in conflict with the law within the province of Bukidnon for its presentation during a special meeting of the Provincial Council for the Protection of Children. Resolved further that a copy of this resolution be furnished to all the municipal mayors of Bukidnon, PSWDO, DepEd Bukidnon, SDS, DepEd Valencia, SDS, DepEd Malaybalay, SDS Bukidnon, PNP Provincial Director, Provincial Prosecutor's Office, and the Department of Interior and Local Government. So moving for the approval of the said resolution, Madam Chair.
There is a motion for the approval of this proposed resolution and duly seconded by all members present. The motion is hereby approved. Thank you, Board Member Garcia.
Madam Presiding Officer, going back to item number 28, by this presentation, can I proceed,
Yes,
Madam Presiding
please
Officer?
proceed, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is an endorsement dated June 23, 2026 from the BAC Chairman and the Provincial Government Department Head of the Provincial Government Services Office, Attorney Nestor Icajes, forwarding to this august body a set of legal documents of the CNU Construction Services with an office address located at Purok 5, CNU Building, Lumbayao, Valencia City, Bukidnon, applying for a renewal of accreditation as contractor to engage business with the Provincial Government of Bukidnon, and having established that this firm has fully complied with the necessary obligation and essential requirements to transact business as per evaluation conducted by the Bids and Awards Committee. Thus, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of resolution approving the renewal of accreditation of the CNU Construction Services to engage business in the Provincial Government of Bukidnon.
There is a motion for the approval of the renewal of this accreditation and duly seconded by all members. The motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. We will now proceed to the other communication since we have no item calendared in the third and final reading. Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the following Item number 1 be forwarded to the Committee on Appropriation for information reference. Item number 2 be forwarded to the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights for information and appropriate action. And item number 3 be forwarded to the Committee on Health for information and reference. So moving for the approval as enumerated, Madam Presiding Officer.
The motion is hereby approved.
We will now proceed to the other matters from the board members. Madam Chairman.
Yes, from the board members.
May we now recognize the birthday boy and our incoming majority floor leader.
Board member Pipito, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Board Member Palmada, the best majority floor leader ever. I would like to make an schedule a committee meeting for next week, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Under the Committee on Health. This is with regards with the proposed ordinance entitled Ordinance Promoting Responsible Sexual Health Practices Through the Availability of Condoms in Inns, Motels, Hotels, Pension Houses, and similar accommodation establishments within the province of Bukidnon and providing guidelines for its implementation.
When is that?
On Tuesday, July 7. Wala pa yung sa schedule siguro? Wala pa? Okay na. 9 a.m., Madam Chair?
9 a.m. Mr. Secretary, 9 a.m.
Yes, this is noted.
For the invited
Committee on Health.
Yeah. For the invited guests, Madam Chair, I will just let the staff coordinate with Atty. Magwale and SPS Secretary. And then our SK board member Linas, Madam Chair, asked me to make the following manifestation. I would like to ask the Secretary, pwede pa ba ang baka padugong award next zone convocation? Papas pa? Yes, sir. Pwede pa?
Oo.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday?
Next
Or
Tuesday.
during convocation?
Convocation daw, Madam Chair. Duha ka resolutions? Na motion na ba? Okay na ba to? Sorry. This is an old resolution. I think karon pa ni pa-manifest. Wala mo dyan. First resolution is entitled is Resolution Commending and Congratulating Dreams Arabica Coffee by Miss Edrime Honduran of San Miguel, Talakag, Bukidnon for being a national nominee of the Young Farmers Challenge YFC 2026 held at Iloilo Convention Center, Iloilo City, and second yeah. And the second is Resolution Commending and Congratulating Miss Giselle Beb D. Vicariato for being a top 5 national awardee under the startup category of the Young Farmers Challenge YFC program season 5 and for receiving the YFC Startup Special Award for Indigenous Innovation for Value-Added Products held at Iloilo Convention Center, Iloilo City on April 19 to 24, 2026. For these two resolution to be awarded next in this coming Monday convocation.
Yes.
Kaya pa?
Yeah.
How many resolutions we have? Pila na sa convocation? Seven resolutions.
Okay, makita pa man? Okay pa?
Well taken.
Thank you, Madam
Okay
Chair.
pa. Welcome. Yes, Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Madam Presiding Officer, I also call for a committee meeting in the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change. This is regarding on the water permit posting for the Malabalay City Water District, Virginia WGE Farm, Romeo F. Ara in the Santo Niño, Manolo Fortich, and also the HL Tubigan, HL Roy Tubigan Spring Resort in Kulasihan, Lantapan, Bukidnon. This is a committee meeting on July 7 at 10 o'clock.
9 months si Board
Okra?
Pipito, 10 o'clock.
Ha? Abujol din. So I think Board Member Dinlayan and I, together with Board Member Garcia, if they're available. Anyway, this is just a posting for our bulletin board for the water permit applicants, Madam Presiding
Yes,
Officer. So this will be on July 7,
July 7.
Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock. Well noted.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer.
I
And
have mine.
I also made some manifestation and for a motion, Madam Presiding Officer, to relinquish as a majority floor leader for almost 4 years, since 2022, I think, Madam Presiding Officer, beginning of the 2022, I think in the month of September, and until now, as a practice, Madam Presiding Officer, it should be on the second termer. So supposedly, nalaps na ko og mga isa ka tuig kapin. So that's why, Madam Presiding Officer, I made a motion to relinquish as majority floor leader and highly recommended the gentleman from the 4th Legislative District to be our majority floor leader, the Honorable Board Member Doc R.G. Pipito.
There's a
The birthday boy.
manifestation from the majority floor leader, board member Joseph Palmada, to relinquish his chair as majority floor leader to board member RG Pepito as our new majority floor leader.
Yeah.
And duly seconded.
One more.
Next week na lang tingali mong turnover.
Beginning on July.
Starting on July
Yes.
1.
July 1. July 1. Dili na sa Senate.
Ah. Okay. Next week na lang ka naman.
And
Okay. Okay, so we will act first, the first motion for
Yeah.
the relinquish of chair as majority floor leader. Any,
as also the chairman of the
as the
committee on
chairs.
roles. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, any second motion by board member Onahon. The motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer, and I will also made also a motion to endorse our majority floor leader, nominate the Honorable Board Member Doc R.G. Pipito to act as our majority floor leader. And also the chairman of the Committee on Rules and also the vice chairman of the committee as a whole.
There is a There's a motion for the endorsement of board member Pipito nomination as the majority floor leader. The chairman on the committee on rules and privileges, and what other? Committee on rules.
Rules and privilege lang. Kasi
Committee on rules. Any second motion? And duly seconded by all members present, the motion is approved.
Kulang sila membro. Yeah. I also made some manifestations, Madam Presiding Officer, that I will be a member of the Committee on Rules and Privilege.
There's a motion that board member Palmada will be one of the member of the Rules and Privileges, and duly seconded by all members, the motion is approved.
Thank you.
Congratulations for the job well done, majority floor leader, former board member Palmada, and welcome as our new majority floor leader, board member RG Pipito.
And Madam Presiding Officer, I would like also to make the manifestations regarding on the vice chairmanship of the Committee of the Whole. I think automatic naman siguro ang majority floor leader. Ha? The vice chair of the Committee of the Whole kinsa man? Wala di mo man siguro. Di ba? Matik na?
Wala na mosyonan kanina.
Ha? So man na?
Emosyonan karon.
Emotion. So I think the vice chairman of the committee of the whole, it should be our majority floor leader, the incoming, the honorable board member, the gentleman from the 4th Legislative District, the honorable board member, Dr. RG Pipito.
There's a motion. Is that a motion? There's a motion that Board Member Ranolfo Pipito Jr. will be the Vice Chairman of the Committee of the Whole. The motion is hereby approved.
So I think we are done, Honorable Presiding Officer. We will now proceed to the Secretary's time.
Before that, we would, in behalf of the members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, we would like to extend our heartfelt thanks, the very good Majority Floor Leader, Board Member Palmada, for 4 years, no? For 4 years, at least 4 years.
2022.
2022, 26, 4 years. Meaning to say, you've done your best. Congratulations and thank you. I would like to request the Secretary, sir. I have a PCPC meeting on July 6 regarding in connection with the resolution of Board Member Owen Garcia. I just send to you the individuals who will be invited for the meeting. Thank you. After convocation, 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. Dire na ko. Conflict ba? Any conflict kung dire? Wala. Ay, meeting ninyo? Ay, sa likod na lang, mi. Gamay raman sa at least 10 siguro. Those who are in the resolutions. Pero mag-add pa, mi. Thank you. Yes, Secretary's time.
For Secretary's time, thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. There will be a committee meeting this coming Tuesday morning from the Committee on Health and Committee on Environment. Sa Committee on Health, may I remind the members, Honorable Board Member Minerva Sikisinabi, Board Member Marlon Brando Bidinlayan, Board Member Armando Jr. S. Evangelista, and Board Member Ria Luis Dinas. For the environmental protection, climate change, and in preparedness, Honorable Board Member Joseph D. Palmada, Honorable Board Member Owen L. Garcia, with members Honorable Board Member Marlon Brando Binilayan, Honorable Board Member Jose Simon Santo, and Board Member Godofredo A. Balansag. And again, may I reiterate that since this is the first Monday of the month, will be our convocation. So we will be awarding 7 resolutions to individual for this purpose, Madam Chair. So that is the announcement so far from the Secretary. Thank you, Madam Presiding.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Who will be the sponsoring group of the convocation?
The PAGRO, the Provincial Cooperative Development Office, and then PESO, AYAD, ABE, okay, Agricultural Bio System Office, Engineering Office.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I think we are done on our regular session.
Before we will adjourn, Madam Chair,
Yes.
for our new majority floor leader, natay pagkaon ron din na sa likod.
Double celebration. Okay, so I have here I think is this a story or a quotation? The story is, I think everybody knows this, very common, but this just a remind us, no? Reminder lang ni sa ato. Murag review lang ba? The story says, education for life. If you give a man a fish, he will eat once. If you teach a man to fish, he will eat for the rest of his life. If you are thinking a year ahead, so said. If you are thinking 10 years ahead, plant a tree. If you are thinking 100 years ahead, educate the people. By sowing said, you will harvest much. By planting a tree, you will harvest tenfold. By educating the people, you will harvest 100-fold. For that, Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for the adjournment of our regular session.
The 49th regular session of the 28th ISB is hereby adjourned at exactly 3:29. The session is hereby adjourned.
So,